Hello friends, welcome back to Ouroboros Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is a what they show versus how they feel reading, and the messages that came through were very specific today. So if nothing resonates, I don't blame you, and perhaps there will be a message for you in a different video. I have 4 piles for you to choose from today. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3, and Pile 4. Go ahead and pause this video and take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy as well as with your person's, and I will see you in a minute. Hello, Pile 1. So today's pick a card reading is looking into what they show versus how they're actually feeling. So I have oracle cards here to get us started, but we're also going to pull tarot to see how they're feeling or what they're showing before we get into how they're feeling. So for when it comes to what they're showing, we have tiger, and the key word for tiger is disposition. We have number 51, your light. Angel, the light attribute is helping those in need with no expectation in return, and the shadow attributes are acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. And we have number 46, regeneration. Okay, let's also go ahead and pull some tarot. Okay, what is it that pile 1's person is currently showing? Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, the Sun. What are they currently showing? What is pile 1's person currently showing? We have the Page of Pentacles, and we have Temperance. Okay. And on the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. So what this person is showing, based on what I'm seeing in these cards, what this person is showing is they are somebody who is kind of going through a rebirth of some kind. It seems like this person has been lost, has not really known who it is that they are, what it is that they stand for. It seems like perhaps in the past they weren't the best version of themselves. There's a little bit of guilt here or shame. And I'm not necessarily sure if this has to do with your connection or if this is just them looking back on who they have been in the past, just in life in general. But it seems like this person is really going through a transformation where they have finally found themselves. They know where they stand, and they're currently evolving. And this, of course, it doesn't feel like it's been solidified, like this person feels confident in who they are, but they're working toward it. They now have a direction in which they want to go. And they finally have a center point of gravity within themselves. All of this feels very, very new, like perhaps they feel kind of like a fish out of water in this experience. But they want to be a good person. They genuinely want to be a good person with an open heart, space. And they absolutely want to show up for others in a way in which is helpful and has a positive impact on others' lives. Perhaps because in the past they did not show up in that way. It seems like in the past this person was very selfish, and they're still coming to terms with where they've been, how they've shown up. It seems like this person is going through a period of self-forgiveness. And because of this, it may be appearing to you as though they're really wanting to take this connection slowly. Because it seems like there might be other things on this person's plate currently that have nothing to do with this connection. Or it has everything to do with this connection. Whatever this past mistake or these past transgressions are, has everything to do with this, and they are really trying to show up in a better way. But that's what I'm seeing for what they are currently showing. Let's go ahead and look into how they actually feel. Okay. How does pile one's person actually feel? Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. How do they actually feel? How are they actually feeling about pile one? We have the Empress, Temperance, the Nine of Wands. Okay, very interesting. So we have the Nine of Swords, the Magician, Justice, the Five of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Two of Cups. And on the back of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. Okay. We also have, let me go ahead and get the oracles. We also have, for when it comes to how they're feeling, we have Messiah, Dolphin, and the key word for dolphin is play, and the Empty Room. Okay, so there's several messages that are coming through. I think it's interesting that a lot of the cards that we pulled earlier came out again. So this is telling me that if they've expressed to you that they are currently working on themselves, or there's an element of feeling guilty here, of recognizing that how they behaved in the past was wrong, what they're showing you is genuinely how they are feeling about that. I do get the feeling that for a lot of you, however they have shown up in the past and whatever they're currently working on to become a better version of themselves has to do with this connection based on the cards that I'm seeing. It seems like this person is very concerned about the well-being of this connection, about where this connection is headed. This person cares very, very deeply for you. With the Two of Cups here, this person really wants to be in union with you and is very, very concerned that that may not happen. This person also does not want to give up on this connection. With the Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands, this is telling me that they are wanting to do whatever they possibly can in order to keep this connection going, in order to be successful in this connection with you. The Empress and Justice is telling me again that there is this desire to treat you right, to do right by you, to make up for past wrongs. I think it's really interesting that we have that these particular oracle cards came out, because this is a very specific message. And what I'm getting is that perhaps in the past, this person has been very much okay with having superficial connections, or having superficial interactions, or hobbies, or free time, whatever the case may be. There was an element of superficiality to it that was quite enjoyable. But it's left them now feeling as though they're missing something. They have a desire for something deeper than what they have had in the past. And they desire that with you. There's a lot here indicating that there's a great amount of emotion for you here, that they're worried they're going to lose. They're worried they're going to miss out on. With the Queen of Cups and the Magician, this is telling me that this connection is something that has really opened their eyes or awakened them to a part of life that they had not quite experienced before. And now that they have awakened to it, now that they realize that being in their heart space, having been touched by you emotionally, now that they've understood this, experienced it, they can't go back to having superficial connections. They can't go back to it without it feeling false, without it feeling like a farce. And then we have the Three of Swords. This person is either very worried that their heart is going to be broken, that this connection is going to come to an end, or this connection has already come to an end. There's an element here of deep pain in this connection, of how they feel for you. And I get the feeling that for the majority of you, this is a pain that they themselves caused. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. Let's see what advice comes through. What advice is there for pile 1 when it comes to their connection? Okay. We have envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So it might be a good time to remember that you are, in fact, that biatch. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to bring to the table, to remember your worth, to not let anyone else make you feel inferior. And we also have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Okay, pile 1. Well, this is what I'm seeing for you today. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how it did in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to read for you. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, it's something that I truly love doing, and you can do so in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box. I hope that you subscribe so that I'll have the opportunity to read for you in another video soon. Bye. Hello, pile 2. So today's pick a card reading is looking into what they show you versus how they feel. And I have oracle cards here to start. We're also going to get tarot for both what they show and for how they feel. So in terms of what they are currently showing you, we have koala. The key word for koala is calm. We also have 60, no bull. Storyteller. The light attribute is the ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. And the shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. And child nature. The light attributes are friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits, and the shadow attribute is tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. And we have number 39, new life. Let's get this in a better position because I don't really like how it looks. Okay, let's also pull some tarot. What is pile 2's person currently showing? Okay, we have the Fool, the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Hierophant, and the 10 of Cups. And on the back of the deck, we have the Chariot. Okay. This person is showing up as somebody who is very stubborn, for one. This is what I would say about this person in terms of what they are showing you. It seems to me like they are showing you that they're somebody who, when they get overwhelmed or when they feel threatened, they completely shut down. They either completely shut down or they become very, very aggressive, like very combative. It seems to me like this person is somebody who shows up as someone who is really has a I don't care kind of attitude when it comes to their feelings, how they treat other people, what other people mean to them. It seems like they try to play it off as if none of that really matters, as if their heart space is very much protected and it's very difficult for anybody to get in. I get the feeling that you are somebody in particular who has entered their heart space, whether they wanted that to happen or not. And they are currently with new life here. I would say that there's an element of running going on right now. I get the feeling with the Fool and with the Chariot that there's an element here of like impulsivity or making choices that are based on what it is that they want rather than what would be beneficial to them as well as to anyone else involved in their life. This person seems to be somebody who really shows up as all about themselves. And the second something gets difficult, they seem to shut it down. It seems like this person is somebody who's very difficult to get to know. But at the same time, with the Ten of Cups here, I get the feeling that you have been let in and you have gotten to know them. And it could very well be that this person is now trying to shut it down. This person seems to be somebody who's very much set in their ways. There's a cycle or a pattern that continues to repeat itself in their life. And it's repeating itself now, is what I would say. But let's go ahead and look into how they actually feel. Oops, I forgot the Chariot. One more shuffle. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull the oracles for that. The oracles for how they actually feel are the snow leopard. The keyword is astute. We also have the swan. The keyword is prejudice. We have the gem and the king. The light attributes are enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. And the shadow attributes are excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. Let's go ahead and pull some more tarot. How do they actually feel? How does pile two's person actually feel? Okay, so this is the Six of Pentacles reversed. How do they actually feel? We have the Hierophant again, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the King of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Magician. Okay. Very interesting. Let's see if I can fit all of this in. So again, we have the Hierophant. There's a couple of things that I'm picking up on. Okay, let's just get into it. This person recognizes, whether or not they want to admit it out loud is a completely different story, but they're recognizing that they are very selfish, that they have not given the same in return, and that this connection is worthy of having them come forward in a generous way. They recognize the specialness of this connection. With the Three of Cups and the Magician, there's an element here of them recognizing that there's genuine friendship here, or there was genuine friendship, depending on what's going on currently in your connection. And this person is being selfish, and they are aware of it. I get the feeling that there's an element of pressure here. that they're feeling. Like they feel an immense amount of pressure from you. We have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And I get the feeling that they are seeing themselves as the King of Wands and they're seeing you as the Queen of Wands. And this one is telling me that this person feels a very strong connection to you and sees you as a match, sees you as a counterpart of some kind. But at the end of the day, this person feels very overwhelmed and is trying to slow things down, is trying to keep the rest of their life, the rest of their fears in balance, in check. And they're feeling as though with this Queen of Wands and the Hierophant, as though you have certain expectations of how this connection is supposed to look. And they don't feel as though they know they cannot meet your expectations currently. They feel an immense amount of pressure to have things done a very specific way. They also feel, with the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands, this is telling me that it's true that you have entered their heart space. There's a great deal of care here. There's a great deal of understanding that there is something very special about you, and you bring them a great deal of joy. Regardless of the pressure that they feel, there's so much joy here and so much emotion for you. But it's so interesting. This person is like a conundrum. They're so conflicted within themselves. There's so much here admitting that there's such specialness here, but their fears are overriding this. We have the gem. The gem is such a special energy of something precious, of something that cannot be duplicated. And with the King here, I get the feeling that they're recognizing that the way they are behaving is selfish, is in the shadow attributes of excessive feelings of entitlement. And I get the feeling that they're recognizing that they need to turn that around, to take on more of a leadership type of role, to help guide this connection into something healthy, into something positive. But with the Swan here, what this is telling me is that there's an element of like protection, and I'm not quite sure entirely what this protective element is. It could be they're fiercely protective of their independence. They're fiercely protective of not being tied down. I think that something will come to mind for you, but what this is telling me is that with the keyword being prejudice, is that this person is misinterpreting what's going on and has preconceived notions that are perhaps from something in their past, or are perhaps from not having listened entirely to what it is that you want or to how you're feeling. And because of this, there's this disconnect, and this person feels very much like they're having to defend themselves, very much closed off, like just fearful. There's an element of fear here. But with the Snow Leopard and then the King and the Magician, there's an element of recognizing that they are going to have to step up to the plate if this connection is going to go anywhere. So I would say that this person, when it comes to how they're feeling, they feel conflicted and they're going through some sort of breakthrough. They're having a breakthrough of some kind when it comes to themselves. Let me go ahead and get you guys some advice. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. What advice is there for pile 2 when it comes to this connection? Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take, well, I guess worry wanted to come out too. We're gonna take all of them. We have purpose. I know what I am here to do. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And we have judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. All right, pile 2, well, that's what I'm seeing for you today. If this resonated, please let me know in the comment section. I do read all of the comments and I love reading them, so please feel free to share if you feel so inclined. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop. Please subscribe so that I'll have the chance to read for you in another video, and I hope that I will see you soon. Bye! Hello, pile 3. So today's pick a card reading is a what they show versus how they feel reading. And I have oracles for both of those questions. And we oh my gosh, I can't speak today. We're also going to pull tarot for both of those questions as well. So in terms of what it is that they are currently showing you, we have ermine. And the key word for ermine is clarity. We also have muscle, and the key word is solidarity. Number 68, sitting on top of the world. Queen, the light attributes are radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. And the shadow attributes are becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. And we have number 15, message in a bottle. Okay, let's also go ahead and pull tarot. What is it that pile 3's person is currently showing? What are they showing? Okay, we have the 10 of Cups. What are they currently showing? The 2 of Wands. The 3 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So what is it that they're currently showing you? I get the feeling that this person is acting kind of strange, like a little bit different than they normally do. Like they have something that they need to get off of their chest, they have something that they want to say, or they have a decision that they need to make, and either you are aware of this and you're patiently waiting for whatever it is, whatever decision needs to be made, or you're kind of scratching your head right now wondering why this person is behaving in this way. There's also an element here of this person feeling like they are very sure of themselves. This person seems to be somebody who is very confident within themselves, somebody who is okay with being alone, but also understands the importance of being around others, of connecting with others, and being respectful to others. This person seems to have a really good head on their shoulders based on the cards that are showing up. But it does seem like a change is taking place. Like there is an ending that is coming to a close. There's something that this person is about to let go of, or there's a transformation that's about to take place. There's a fresh start coming in this person's direction. It seems like this person really cares about you. What they're showing you is that they really care about you. They really love you. This could be a connection that's been going on for a really long time, or it could be a connection that's just getting off of the ground, and they're showing you that they really value this connection. They're showing you that you're somebody very special to them, and they would like to have some sort of future with you. Everything here that I'm seeing in terms of what they are showing you is somebody who is very comfortable in their own skin, somebody who's very sure of themselves, and in being comfortable in their own skin and having a sense of gravity, a sense of a center within themselves, it becomes much easier to show up for others as a friend or as a partner. And this is what this person is showing up as currently. So if that resonated, let's go ahead and look into what it is that they're actually feeling. So I'll go ahead and shuffle these. So when it comes to what this person is currently feeling, what they actually feel, we have the fault line, hero/heroine. The light attribute is passion for a journey of personal empowerment, and the shadow attribute is escapism and a false sense of heroism. And we have hawk, and the key word is house, sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and look into what it is that they're feeling. How does pile 3's person actually feel? What are they currently feeling? We have the Lovers. What are they currently feeling? The World. The 6 of Cups. The Hierophant. We have the Queen of Swords, the Hermit. Okay. We have the 10 of Wands again. The Knight of Cups. The Ace of Cups. And the 6 of Swords. And then on the back of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. So I would say, pile 3, that this person is very much in love with you or cares for you very deeply. And so much so that they want to take this connection to the next level. This person seems to be somebody who wants to have a committed monogamous relationship, is what I would say. That's what I'm seeing in these cards. And they don't necessarily want to share you. They feel insecure in that regard. I kind of get the and the hawk also is a monogamous animal, and the card itself talks about monogamy, about building something with another person, with one other person. And with the Hierophant here and the Ace of Cups, this is all about tradition, and the tradition that's being highlighted here is tradition when it comes to romantic connections. And I get the feeling that they're very concerned that you might not necessarily view or hold the same values as them. I get the feeling that they're concerned that you might not want to move this. It may not be that you don't hold the same values as them. It may be that you're not ready. It may be that that's not something that you necessarily want with them. There's this fear here with the fault line showing up. This is telling me that they feel as though they're coming forward with this information, with this message that they need to share with you, makes them feel like they're going to have to walk on eggshells for some reason. And there's a very deep fear here of being rejected and having to move on. With the hero/heroine here, I get the feeling that this is something that they feel they owe to themselves. This is something that they feel like they don't want to settle. They don't want to lie to themselves and say that how things are right now is okay with them. They really want to advocate for themselves and for their own individual needs. And they also, I get the feeling that there's obviously an understanding here of knowing that just because your needs are different than theirs doesn't make you a bad person by any means. It just is what it is. And they're fully prepared to, I would say, walk away if they feel as though this is not something that you want to. The 6 of Cups and the Knight of Cups is telling me that they feel as though you're a soulmate. They feel as though they've known you for forever. This person cares for you deeply and wants to show you how much they care. And this is the way in which they do it. But there's just an element here of being really concerned that sharing this information might cause them to end up being alone. For whatever reason. With the 8 of Pentacles here, there's an element of them feeling as though they've put in the work and they're trying to be patient, but they definitely want to know that this connection is at least headed in that direction, if that makes sense. Like they want to know that there's a future. But that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. Let's see what advice comes through. What advice is there for pile 3? Okay, we have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. What advice is there for pile 3? And we have denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. All right, pile 3. Well, this is what I'm seeing for you today. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how it did in the comment section. I do read all of the comments and I find such joy in it, especially when the comments are kind. So if you feel inclined to share, please do. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop. Don't forget to subscribe so that you'll know when I post other videos. And I hope that I'll have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hello, pile 4. So today's pick a card reading is looking into what they show versus how they feel. And I have oracle cards for both of those questions, and we're also going to pull tarot for both of those questions. So when it comes to what it is that your person is currently showing, we have frog, and the key word is harmony. We also have 72, broken and hatched. Number 5, orphaned. And goddess. The light attribute is the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality, and the shadow attribute is exploitation of the female nature and form. Okay, let's also go ahead and pull tarot. What is it that this person is currently showing? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. What are they currently showing? Okay, we have the Hermit, the King of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, and then on the back of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is interesting. There seems to be a lot going on with your person. I would say that your person seems to be somebody who abandons themselves or abandons their values in order to not feel abandoned themselves. This person seems to be somebody who is very fearful of abandonment and is willing to go beyond what they themselves would consider their boundaries in order to not have to feel that pain. It seems like they are somebody who has been wounded in the past. And it also, like with this avoidance, I don't think that this avoidance of being abandoned is the only thing that they avoid. I would say that this person seems to be somebody who is chasing after the dopamine, I guess you could say. This is somebody who is always seeking to not feel alone. And who doesn't necessarily have a whole lot of intention. Like, they don't live their life intentionally, they live it based on what's presented in front of them, and they just kind of follow that. This person seems to be somebody who is very sensitive, who kind of appears to be wounded in some sort of way, but does not acknowledge it. That's what I would say. This is somebody who is willing to do whatever to keep the peace rather than keep their self-respect per se, or it seems like this person doesn't necessarily know what would make them happy. Like, they don't necessarily have a relationship entirely with themselves. They more so have a relationship with their external world, with others. That's what I would say is what they show. So if that resonates, let's go ahead and look into what it is that they actually feel. So when it comes to what they feel, we have Elephant, Carry, the Womb, and the Fool. The light attribute is fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And the shadow attribute is using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. And let's go ahead and pull tarot. What is it that pile 4's person is currently feeling? Okay, we have the Page of Swords again. The Page of Wands. The Queen of Wands. The Sun. What are they currently feeling? The Two of Pentacles. What are they currently feeling? We have the Magician. The Knight of Cups. The Lovers, the Tower, and the Ten of Wands. And on the back of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. This is very interesting. This person feels, one of the things that they feel is like they're young, like other people have everything figured out, and they don't necessarily, like, they're still a little baby, like they're still learning, whereas everyone around them has matured. They feel behind in that regard. They feel like they have a lot of growing to do, and they're ready to, like, they're on the precipice of understanding where they're falling short. They don't necessarily want to be in that energy of what they're showing anymore. With the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, this is telling me that there's an element here of them being overwhelmed or tired of their own bullshit, tired of constantly being swung back and forth in order to please others, or in order to try to control the world around them rather than being centered within themselves. And they're waking up to themselves, to the truth of what they are bringing into their own life. And they see that they have a lot of potential. They see that there is a lot of growth that they want to water, that they want to birth. They want to see that specialness within them, but right now it's very scary. The Sun is all about healing, especially inner child healing. And with the Tower coming out right underneath it, the Tower is clarifying this. This is telling me that this person feels terrified. And this connection could be something that is really triggering them to start looking at themselves, because I do see that this is a connection that they really do desire with the Queen of Wands and then the Lovers. This is something that they really desire and want to go after. And because of this, I think that they're really terrified of the work that needs to be done. They're recognizing that this is going to not be the easiest process for them. But they want to, like, there's an element of curiosity here and an element of needing to expand. There's such a desire here with the womb and the elephant. There's such a desire here for growth, for expansion within themselves, which will then move on over into this connection. For a very small portion of you, the womb and the elephant could be indicating a pregnancy of some kind, but which could also be something that they're very, very fearful of. But I think that's for like a very small percentage of you. But this connection, it feels like they feel inspired to begin looking at their positive qualities, to like find their self-worth. It feels like they are on the cusp of a healing evolution of some kind. But that's what I'm seeing for what it is that they're feeling. Let's go ahead and get you guys some advice. What advice is there for pile 4 when it comes to their connection? Okay, we have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And we have acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. All right, pile 4. Well, this is what I'm seeing for you today. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how it did in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in another video soon. Bye!